Imagine this, a gigantic pool, so deep that divers can disappear into its darkness as if vanishing into another world. In 2021, Dubai unveiled a project so ambitious that even engineers questioned whether it could be done. They weren't just building a swimming pool. They were attempting to dig a vertical tunnel into the earth, fill it with 14 million liters of water, and make sure it didn't simply rise out of the ground like a giant bottle bobbing in the ocean. But here's the twist. Just as construction was underway, Poland suddenly announced the opening of a 45-meter deep pool called Deep Spot, stealing the title Dubai desperately wanted, the world's deepest pool. If Dubai wanted to stay number one, it had to do the impossible, extend its depth all the way to 60 meters. That's when the real nightmare began. How do you stop an underground pool from floating to the surface? Why did Dubai's engineers nearly abandon the project? And what secret technique finally saved the world's deepest diving pool from disaster? Today you'll discover the untold story of Deep Dive Dubai, a feat of engineering that defied nature, broke records, and became a symbol of Dubai's obsession with building the impossible. When it comes to world records, one city consistently refuses to be second best: Dubai. This desert metropolis has already stamped its name into history with 425 Guinness World Records, from the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth, to the Palm Jumeirah, the world's largest man-made island. But in Dubai, each new record isn't just about bragging rights. It's about telling the world, if it can be imagined, it can be built here. So when Crown Prince Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum heard about the chance to claim the record for the world's deepest diving pool, he didn't hesitate. He wanted more than just a pool. He wanted a global icon, a place that would honor Dubai's cultural roots, impress engineers, attract tourists, and most importantly, break the record. Before skyscrapers and luxury tourism transformed Dubai, the economy once relied on something far simpler: pearl diving. Generations of divers would plunge into the Gulf's warm waters, often with nothing more than a nose clip and a basket, searching for oysters that might contain pearls. It was dangerous, exhausting work, but it sustained the city for centuries. And so, when the architects presented ideas for the deep dive pool, Sheikh Hamdan made a bold request: design it as a tribute to this heritage. From the outside, the pool would resemble a giant seashell, symbolizing the treasures hidden beneath the waves. But what lay inside would be unlike anything the world had ever seen. A 60-meter descent into an underwater city, where divers could explore sunken streets, cars, and even an abandoned arcade. The dream was set. But how do you actually dig a hole 65 feet wide and nearly 200 feet deep in the scorching sands of Dubai? The solution: a massive diaphragm wall, an underground shield made of reinforced concrete. Engineers used a gigantic excavator to carve narrow trenches, lowered steel cages into them, and filled them with concrete section by section. Piece by piece, they built a protective ring strong enough to hold back the earth, and the groundwater lurking beneath it. Only after 2 months of wall construction could the real work begin: digging straight down. The plan was to excavate in 5-meter increments, carefully removing soil and sand. But after reaching just 8 meters, disaster struck. Water began seeping through the diaphragm wall. At first, just trickles. But soon, underground streams gushed into the pit. Why? Because the wall had been built in chunks, leaving hairline gaps. Through those gaps, groundwater surged in, filling the hole faster than workers could dig. Without a solution, the excavation would collapse into a muddy swamp. The only option? Pumps. Dozens of industrial machines ran day and night, sucking water away as engineers kept digging deeper. But this wasn't a temporary fix. For 2 years straight, the pumps never stopped. Every single day, water had to be removed just to keep the site alive. By the end, over 45,000 tons of soil and rock were extracted. And yet, even when they finished the planned 45 meters, the nightmare wasn't over. In 2020, as Dubai's team prepared to celebrate, unexpected news hit like a thunderbolt. Poland had beaten them. Near Warsaw, engineers had opened Deep Spot, a diving pool exactly 45 meters deep, the same depth Dubai had been working toward for years. For Sheikh Hamdan, this was unacceptable. Dubai had poured years and millions into this project, not to tie for first place, but to stand above everyone. The order was simple: dig deeper, push the pool to 60 meters. But the engineers knew what this meant. If 45 meters was already a battle against groundwater and buoyancy, another 15 meters could destroy everything. Here's the problem in simple terms. Imagine placing a water bottle in a pond. Even when full, the bottle wants to float upward because the water underneath pushes it up. That invisible push is called buoyancy force. At 45 meters, engineers had carefully balanced this force. But if they dug deeper, the buoyancy would increase so much that the entire pool, walls, floor, and all, might literally lift out of the ground. The project was at risk of collapse. Then came the breakthrough. Instead of widening the shaft, they would narrow it for the final 15 meters. By making the bottom half smaller, they reduced the surface area exposed to buoyancy. Next, they built an under-reamed base. Think of it like anchors drilled deep into the earth. Just as a ship's anchor keeps it from drifting, these underground anchors would lock the pool in place, holding it down against the upward force of water. With this daring redesign, Dubai could now push forward. The pool would officially reach 60 meters, regaining the crown. But the problems weren't over. Even with the pool structure secured, it couldn't remain empty. If the pumps failed or the water wasn't added quickly, the groundwater pressure could still push it up. That meant they had to fill the pool. Fast. Here's the scale. 14 million liters of water, equal to 6 Olympic swimming pools. The Dubai Water Authority could only supply a limited flow, which meant it would take 3 months to fill. That delay could destroy the timeline. So Dubai did what Dubai always does. It thought bigger. They brought in over 100 water tankers, running day and night alongside the city's main water lines. Even then, it took an entire month to fill the pool, and only then did a new set of problems appear. Objects inside the themed sunken city started rusting. Decorations floated to the surface like balloons. Engineers had to drill holes into cars and furniture, filling them with weights so they would stay anchored. Piece by piece, they stabilized the underwater city. Finally, after years of design, setbacks, groundwater battles, and engineering miracles, the pool was ready. Inside, divers could explore abandoned apartments, arcades, even a sunken car, all within a perfectly safe environment. NASA-inspired filtration systems cleaned the entire pool every 6 hours, keeping 14 million liters crystal clear. And the temperature was locked at a comfortable 30°C, no matter if it was scorching 50°C outside. When the first divers entered in 2021, they weren't just experiencing a pool, they were stepping into another world. By 2022, special guests were invited. By 2023, the doors opened to the public. Dubai had once again seized the record, cementing Deep Dive as the world's deepest pool at 60 meters. As for the cost, that remains a mystery. The Dubai government has never revealed the price tag, calling it priceless. So, what do you think? Was this just another Dubai vanity project? Or was it a genuine feat of engineering genius? One thing is clear. Deep Dive Dubai isn't just a pool. It's proof that when the world says impossible, Dubai says, watch us. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden story behind this record-breaking marvel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more incredible engineering stories, and let me know in the comments, what record should Dubai chase next? Because in this city, the next impossible dream is probably already under construction.